Hi everybody, Geoff Hyland here with the Hyland Group, eXp Realty in Prescott, Arizona. I want to give you your September 2023 market update. I want to start by looking at our inventory. Now, historically we've said that usually our inventory peaks in either August or September. This year could be a little bit different. In August we had 806 properties, September it inched up to 830, and October 1st, 828. So it right now appears to be fairly stable. Obviously, we'll keep you updated what happens throughout the rest of October. Now, when you look at demand, not a real surprise here with the interest rate climbing again. Our overall pending properties, so that is to say the number of homes that went under contract in September of 2023 relative to September of 2022, we saw a decrease by about 17.5%. So as you can imagine, as the interest rates go up, it's going to edge some of these buyers back out of the marketplace or just continue to wait to see what transpires. Now, when we look at our overall supply relative to demand, we have about a 15-week supply. So still kind of slanted towards the seller side of that, normal inventory, 5 to 7 months supply. What happened with values? Well, kind of counterintuitive, honestly. In Prescott, we saw a 6.8% increase in values. And you might be thinking, well, with the interest rates going up and everybody seemingly reducing their prices, what happened? We'll take a look at that in a little bit closer in a minute. Prescott Valley did soften by about 2%, 1.7 to be exact. Chino Valley had a slight uptick. There were some larger properties that sold out there. And overall MLS showed a 4.2% increase in values. Now, homes that sold in Prescott sold within 2% of their asking price in the month of September. Homes in Prescott Valley sold within 1%. So in other words, they got 99% of their asking price. Days on market is staying fairly stable. So for MLS wide, we're looking at 47 days, Prescott 57, Prescott Valley 35, and Chino Valley at 44. Now, we talked a little bit last month about the active inventory. Currently, all those site-built homes that are on the market right now are sitting still at 109 days on the market. Key point there is that when you take a look at what the average list price per square foot is for all of those active inventory, they're sitting at about $346 a square foot, which is 7.5% above the average home that's selling in our MLS. So price could be an issue there. What are we seeing in the marketplace? Well, as we come into October, interest rates yet again went up. One speculation that I have, anytime that the Fed announces that rates are going to go up, which remember isn't a direct correlation to the interest rates on your mortgage, but when the Fed makes that announcement, it's not uncommon to see buyers kind of jump into the marketplace in anticipation of those higher rates. So a lot of times when the Fed announces those rate increases, buyers get into the market thinking that they're only going to get worse in terms of rates, and we see a little bit of a run on the market. Unfortunately, what happens after that is a lot of times they come back down. So what else is going on in the real estate market? When you look at the Prescott sales from last month, we said that they went up 6.8%. There were 17 homes that sold over $1 million last month, and they sold at an average of $492 a square foot, which is going to drag that average up. It's happy, that represents about 20% of those homes that sold last month. Before you think that your home, if it's $1 million plus, is worth $492 a square foot, keep in mind that there are currently 135 of those on the market, and they have been on the market 189 days. So every home is different, every location is different. There's so many factors. If you have a question about your value, please feel free to reach out. When you take out those $1 million plus homes that sold in Prescott last month, it actually represented about a 4.7% increase on that sub $1 million market. So other things that we're seeing is new homes have slowly started to increase their production, and more new homes are coming on the market. Something that we should see add a little bit more inventory to the overall market and maybe perhaps even some affordability for our buyers. There's local builders right now offering wonderful incentives to buy down your rate. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out as well. One thing to keep in mind is, according to Zillow, 9.2% of all the active inventory on the market the third week of September reduced their price. And another report said that overall, nationwide, 17% of home sellers did come down in their price. So if you're a buyer, keep in mind, you've got greater inventory than we've had for the last 3 years. Sellers are more willing to work with you on either repairs or concessions, so you can look at those interest rates. Maybe they're at 7.5, 7.8. Chances are you might be able to find a seller that's willing to give you 2, 3, 4 percentage points to bring that rate down as much as a full percentage point and get you down into the mid-6s. If you have any questions at all about the market, if you don't know what to do, please reach out 928-237-4425 or visit us on the web at prescottareaproperty.com. We'll talk to you next month.